this matter, but we'll maybe make do with this. We'll make do with not seeing your face.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe just for now. Just for now. It
Okay.
might be better later on.
Okay, ma. Just for now, we will live with it for the now. But thank you so much for agreeing to come on this call. I don't take it for granted. When I met her, I've met you a few times, and I would just greet and pass. But I met her one-on-one in the head office one day, and I walked up to her, introduced myself, and said, I want to invite you. I said, not a problem. She didn't ask me what team I belong to. She didn't ask me anything. She just said, no problem. And today we are here. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate your coming, ma. God bless you, ma. So,
God bless you too, ma. Well done on the job you are doing. It's a good one.
thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. Thank you. And like I said to you, the audience is varied. We have members of our team. We have members of other teams. It's not about what team you belong. It's about the company we represent, about the industry we represent. And our goal is to bring everybody on course to the uncrowded top. And I know you love to see all of us as SDs.
Yes, so.
Thank you. So, man, I want to start off with this. I read your bio. You are a scientist, and then you did. You went into the aviation, and then now you're an entrepreneur. How did you find your journey into this space?
Well, you know, in life, everything, sometimes things just happen. Not that things just happen, but anyway, sometimes things just happen.
Yeah.
Some other things too were worked on, you know. You just dream about things, you just aspire some things, and over the time you see you moving in that line. So at different points in time, I wanted to do some things, and I will start working on it, and it came to pass.
Wow.
I'll start working on a new thing, and I will just develop it. It will just blow. But this particular one, honestly, if I tell you the honest truth, it came by accident. Honestly, for me and language, you know, just today I've had a presentation. I opened the Stockist Center this morning.
Wow.
While I was talking to them, I told them that, look at me here. In fact, I call it preaching. Preaching to you, to do language, to understand language, to know what this is all about. But nobody preached to me.
Wow.
Nobody told me what language means. Nobody told me what it represents. I just came across some products. It's a line of products. Wow. I picked up and used, and then I saw that they were simply fascinating, different, and life-saving.
Wow.
Okay. I was the one that actually went after language. Nobody preached me into language. Fine, I was signed up, okay, but it wasn't as a result of really talking to me. Someone definitely brought it my way and signed me up, but I started the business even before the person knew what it was. I was already ahead of the person, as in we were moving almost alongside. So nobody preached to me about it. So my conviction was in the product, and I got going, and that is it till today.
Wow, your conviction was in the product, Jesus.
That is my own story, yes.
Wow, wow, that tells me something. There are various ways to connect to this business. Some through product, some through opportunity. But the bottom line is to connect.
So many.
How has this journey been, ma? How has it been?
The best thing I've ever done in my life.
Wow.
Apart from worshiping God, apart from being a child of God, apart from serving in the house of God, apart from loving Jesus, this is the next thing I have loved to do in my life.
Wow.
So it has been so fulfilling. It's just mind blowing, you know. It's like someone that died and got resurrected.
Wow.
Let me say, someone raised you from the dead. Maybe like the case of Jesus and Lazarus. So I don't think there is somebody that would take the place of Jesus in Lazarus' life.
Yeah, true.
Okay?
True.
So language, yeah, language really, really, somehow to a large extent, it brought a lot of spice to my life when I met it, started using products, things started changing about me. Health-wise, of course, the income started coming, and then I started paying some attention, started learning, now started seeing and knowing that it is never what I've done before, it's not what I thought. This is different. So the journey has been, oh my God, like I said, the best thing I've ever done in life is encountering language and doing it. It's been so fulfilling.
Wow.
Seriously.
I'm still on this and I want to pick you up on it. So we have had people coming out of jobs today looking for various things to do. So many graduates are coming out of school. Why will you advise them? Number one, will you advise them to join what you're doing? If yes, why?
Oh, that is a 1 million man question. You know what?
Yes,
if you have been a participant of some of my seminars or trainings, it is a line I usually use that, quote me, if I knew what I know today about life, about making money, about living good and living well, I would never have written my very first CV, curriculum vitae, or whatever they call it, to look for any job in my life. I would never have worked for anybody in my life.
Wow.
That is me.
Wow.
Because, yes, seriously, I couldn't have chosen this above any, as in I couldn't have chosen any job above language. I couldn't have.
Wow.
Seriously, seriously. Because, my sister, this is time freedom. This is money freedom. This is health freedom. This is service to God freedom.
Wow.
I am free to live my life. I am not answerable really to anybody. As in, being answerable to somebody, you know what it means. Fine,
Yes.
of course I'm married, I'm answerable to, I'm under I'm under my husband, all that. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
But your life, you own your life here. You do what you want to do at any time. Nobody's bossing you around.
Wow.
You don't have to be at any work at any time. You don't have to be at any particular place at any time. You just live your life. You make how much you want to make. You drive your business as much as you want to. You wake up today, you say you want to be in America tomorrow. You look for your airfare, you get your tickets done, you carry your luggage and off you go.
Wow.
It is freedom. It is freedom. I found freedom in this, and this is what I preach, I minister to anybody. If you want to own your life, I just started a new Facebook page, Own Your Life. If you can search for it, you'll find me there. I'm yet developing the page because this is what I see as really owning your life. You are the CEO of your life, indeed. I don't mean CEO in quotes. Yeah. CEO indeed.
Indeed.
Truly.
Wow.
So honestly, I don't know what better I would have done beyond. Of course, I worked. I had a good job, my sister. If you can look at that.
Yes.
Nigerian wise.
Yes.
Nation wise, economy wise, I had a good job as an aviator, a licensed aviator for that matter, a professional. So I would have developed that career, but that was when I knew what I didn't know. Okay. But when I started getting a wind of what I could benefit, the incentives before, that language can offer. Hey, let me say this, before language, I've done a lot of so-called network marketing businesses, MLM businesses, and all that. So make no mistakes here.
Yeah.
They are not the same in any way. No, 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 no.
Wow.
And this is where a lot of people get it wrong. Longreach is an entire different story from whatever company or platform you see out there in the name of network marketing. Okay? Is a total thing. As we can say, it is the game changer. When you encounter Longreach and test it, honestly, you ask yourself, what have you been doing before? So I honestly couldn't have chosen a better thing to do with my beautiful, precious time. Think about it. Time is precious, my sister.
Yes, ma'am.
It is so precious. So, oh yes, I remember when I was working, sometimes I'm on duty because I also run shifts at the airport.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on duty Sunday early morning before you're even waking up from your bed. I'm already at the duty post. 6:30 a.m. I've reported for work. All right. Even on a Christmas day, I can be on duty 6 a.m.
Wow.
Oh yes. So I mean, I can't fathom it. So when my excitement and my vibe, my energy came from knowing that I could free myself of all these limitations and a lot of things holding people back. I saw at the end of the day that only me, I by myself, from myself, can free myself of all those. And I started working towards it. It's a knowing, it's a knowledge. Some people haven't even known it yet. They haven't found out yet.
True.
That they can live their free, independent life, not worried by anything. You call it short. You call it short. Honestly, you live your life. Longreach guarantees you all that. So much. It is an all-in-one pack, as I will always call it. It's an all-in-one pack.
Wow. Thank you so much. Go ahead, ma.
People talk about multiple streams of income. Do you know Longreach platform alone is multiple streams of income?
Wow.
All enclosed, all encased in platform. Yeah, you can in several ways in Longreach, so many. So it's just too big for you to handle anyway. Then it's too big than you thought. It's bigger than you thought. You know, is wider than you ever imagined. So it's for you to start in it and start discovering the goodie bags in here, because there are quite a lot that you can do with your precious time.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Discovered the goodie bags in there. I don't know if anybody is copying that memo. Discovered the goodie bags in here.
Oh, yes.
So still on those goodie bags in here, I want to find out from you, ma. When did you join and how have you been able to build your team?
Hey, a million-man question. Wow. I actually, like I said, I was signed up when I didn't even know what it was. That's why I told you that nobody talked to me about it. But I actively started my Longreach business. Of course, that was in 2013.
Wow.
So I'll say I joined in 2013, but early 2013, because that was actually when I started looking around it and trying to understand what is this Longreach. But in all honesty, I am the one that went after Longreach. I'm the one that came out to understand what this platform is about. Okay, it's not like one upliner, or as people will call it, or upline, or one person up there was pursuing me, talking to me. No. So I came after of the platform to understand it, and that was in 2013. So I will tell you, I joined Longreach in 2013 of a fact.
Wow.
And then I started doing what I could see myself do. I didn't know much then. That's the truth. I didn't know much. I wasn't so privileged to have that, what do I call it, so much of a support from the very beginning, you know, from the place where I came in from. All right. And then for me, I had a lot of discouragement, but it wasn't going to deter me. When I look at these products and the lives they could save, taking a clue from myself, what it has done for me and what it could do for anybody, oh my God, my strength came from it. I made up my mind to do Longreach. It was my decision eventually to build on this platform. That was when I now finally said bye-bye to work.
Wow.
I quit.
Wow. Wow.
And my friends thought it was wild. In fact, it was a very, very odd decision. Leaving your profession, leaving your career, an honorable career, your whole aviation license. You know what you did to get this license, obtain the license, the sleepless night you had, your professional exams you have to pass and all that. You got this license and all of a sudden, you say you want to leave it to go and do one Longreach. It was crazy. Honestly, they thought I was crazy. But I saw freedom. Mark my word. I saw freedom.
Wow.
Then I started running. One thing I think I did for myself. I don't know if everybody can still hear me.
We are hearing you very well, ma.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. So if there was one thing I did for myself, my sister, was, like I told you, I started with some discouragement eventually, even while I have decided to do the business started. Like within the first 6 months, 1 year, I had a lot of discouragement and bottlenecks. And honestly, I would have stopped. I would have stopped. Because even at that point, I felt I was working like for someone. This kind of thing that people feel these days.
Yeah.
I felt I was working. Yeah, I felt I was working for someone, and I felt someone was not appreciating me. I felt someone was using me. I felt a lot of feelings. Sometimes I cried.
Wow.
But guess what? Honestly, God took my mind to the things I am seeing today. These goodie bags I'm talking about, God opened my eyes to see them. I will not leave this with freedom. I started seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I started seeing freedom, honestly. I started seeing that I could build this thing. I could do this thing. In fact, if Longreach said it takes only 3 people to succeed in this business, me signing up and bringing up 3 people, you know, that I could coach, I could partner with, I could associate with as business partners and start moving, then I can do it. So I didn't even need any upline to coach me after all. Honestly, I didn't even need anybody to really coach me. But fine, that support is fine, is good. But then, apart from the ones discouraging me, I looked up there and saw someone I felt I could really, really work with and was a very, very good driving force for me. So I held on to him, and then, thank God it worked. And then we started going. We started building. So I saw myself going for seminars, submitting proposals, going to stand in front of professionals to even talk to them about something I didn't even know so much. But I knew so little to get me started and get me going, you know? And I believe the confidence was there. We started pushing. By the time you know it, I started picking members, team members. It started adding up. Duplication was going. Here we are telling a story of at least 7 years old. A story of 7 years.
Wow. Wow.
The little we have done is quite so much. So the building could take time. Everybody have their peculiar story. Make no mistakes about it. You are not in competition with anybody.
Yes.
Everybody have their stories. So do not measure your story with someone else. Just be satisfied with what you are doing. Be satisfied with it. Are you okay with it? Do you draw joy from it? At least are you measuring up? Are you living your past? Are you making progress? That is what matters. The speed of your progress is not too important. What is very important is that you're making progress. Success loves speed, I know, and I love that as well.
Yeah.
But don't start going gaga, trying to move at a certain speed. That could set in a lot of misbehavior, a lot of wrongdoing, frustration.
Wow.
Or let me say, talking about being desperate. Desperate is the word I'm looking for. It will bring in a situation of being desperate into your business. You're desperate to make it.
Wow.
No, I don't think that counts.
Wow.
Yes, just enjoy what you are doing and leave it, honestly. In no time, you will see yourself making tangible progress. There is no two ways about it.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, ma'am, before I go to my next question, I just want to acknowledge the SDs I've seen in the house. Thank you so much, SD Chibuzo, for joining us on this call. And all the leaders that have popped in, I see you. Thank you so much, every single person. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your leadership. Thank you for showing us what works. We are grateful. Ma'am, I'm just like, when we said this morning, I could touch the excitement in your voice. But I'm wondering, when you started and you faced all this negative comments, how did you deal with it?
My sister, I knew no negative. In fact, I saw no negativity. Hey, in fact, let me give you gist. From my own house, my very, very negativity started with my husband.
Wow.
I did not tell my husband I signed up for Long Reach when I did. My husband didn't know. I hid it.
Phew.
And it was also borrowed money I used to sign up.
Wow.
The person signed me up, and there was it, as in, possibly if I were to bring out my money and signed up for Long Reach, I wasn't going to be interested. That is the truth. Oh, yes. But I saw myself, I saw products, I saw membership code, just like that. And I was looking at the product. I said, Father Lord, what am I going to do with this? I'm not joking. This was my case. And in my mind, I was just telling I was just saying to my upline that time, Mama, I said, come and carry me now. This network marketing thing again, no be me, una no go get me. But it was the product. The very first one I touched was the sanitary napkin, the pads, our panty liners. My God. Oh, they saved my life. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. So after using those products 1 week, 2 weeks, my God, the next I tried was the toothpaste. Remember, I've already been signed up. Oh,
yes.
Even against my really knowing what I was going to do. So like I said, I was looking at the products. I didn't know what to do with them. And my option there wasn't to sell. I wanted to use them, actually. But then it now caught my attention. So when I started with this, in fact, with this drive to succeed, because like I said it before, I couldn't see myself depriving women of this sanity that comes from using Long Reach healthy sanitary napkin. I know the issues I've encountered from using a local made sanitary napkin. It wasn't funny. I had problems with them. In fact, I was married for many years without a child, which was the case at that time. Okay, so so I started with this drive. So I wasn't looking at any negativity. I didn't have to tell my husband, because we had already agreed that no more network marketing in this house, because the last one that we tried, we did it together and it wasn't funny. We wasted our money, we wasted our time, we wasted our energy. So I did not have to try it again to mention it to him. That was the truth. But guess what?
Yes.
How did he eventually come to know that I joined Longreach? It was when my weekly alerts have started dropping. That was how I showed him. So I knew there was not to be a fight anymore. I was just showing him my small ads those days. Week by week, I was opening my phone and showing him the alerts. So that was it. So the fight he has put up with me eventually, and everything gradually died down. So he was my first negativity. If I listened to him, I wouldn't have continued. Then people around me, oh my God, the negativity was just too much. And you know, when I look at all the people joining Longreach today and jumping around and enjoying the whole thing, I'll look at them, I'll shake my head. I'm not joking. If you were those days, who was listening to you? Who knew what was long talk of rich? You didn't even have the boldness to mention it to people. People didn't believe what we had. We didn't know too much either. We didn't even know enough either. That's the truth. I just knew this one seemed different. And I said I was going to do it. If nothing else, the products. I knew the products were outstanding. So we didn't even know much. We didn't even believe much. Honestly. So most people who were talking to them, it was a no. But as the benefits, as the incentives, my own breakout was that my first trip. I just managed to squeeze into that trip. It was Malaysia in 2014, January precisely. We left Lagos January 10th, 2014. Yeah. On my first all expense paid trip. Oh my God. It was when we got to Malaysia, I started getting exposure to Longreach, the trip and everything. I was well on that trip, my sister. I repented again. I now promised myself and told myself, never am I going back on this thing. So for me, there wasn't any negativity that was going to get my attention. Honestly, none of them got my attention, and I'm happy I surmounted them all. So all the people that were thinking we were doing one thing, today, the stories are history, you know?
True.
Yeah.
True. Today, the stories are history.
Oh, no. Very good history, I tell you.
You've said something severally, and I want you to please break it down, because some people on this call are prospects who have not signed on, who are wondering and saying, this thing, are you sure? I've done A, B, C, D. What makes Longreach different?
Oh, beautiful. My people, if you have done anything before now, please, I want you to unlearn. Come and relearn. And then, you know, offload some things and load some things into your system. Please and please, Longreach is very different. It's a total, you know what I've been asking people since? I told them, all the so-called network marketing companies in Nigeria, in fact, in Africa, companies, Ponzi schemes. Okay, let's even talk about companies. How many of them, in fact, the question is, which of them have taken you to their own native land, their native soil, their native country, where they produce or churn out those products they are bringing for you to market or distribute from? Which of them have done that? It's not even a case of how many of them. Which? The answer is none, except Longreach Bioscience International. So that tells you our ground. I've been to China now, Longreach headquarters, for 4 years, 4 consecutive years. I started traveling to China in 2016. I went 2016, 2017, 18, 19, all expense paid, qualified. And I was to fly business class this year. And hey, COVID-19 is messed us up, man.
Yeah.
I had already, arranged how me and that business trip go waka, and here we are. But guess what? I have collected my beautiful kulele in lieu of that trip. I tell you. Oh, yes. I have collected my beautiful kulele in lieu of that. In fact, that is in lieu of that business class ticket, I mean.
The kulele has landed.
It's a sweet pain.
While we are talking
about a sweet dough.
Before we talk about that kulele more, I want to appreciate
for business class.
Before I come back to you, I want to.
So Longreach is different. Can everybody still hear me, please?
Yes, ma. But hold on, I will need you to explain what makes us different. But before then, I want to acknowledge SD Emmanuel Eduru, who is also on this call. Thank you so much, sir, for being on this call. We truly do appreciate you. Thank you, sir. I want to understand, when we say Longreach is different, what are the things that we do in Longreach that is not done in the other networks you have been on before?
Yeah, I was coming to it. So I started from the difference starts with this boldness to show you that they mean business. Longreach takes you to their native land, to their manufacturing plant, to the factory where they manufacture these products from. That is the number one difference. So my people, make no mistakes about it. It's a lot. It is a lot. Today, I can fly to China and go to my second home in this life, which is Longreach Suzhou, China, and have fun. No other platform I know has done that. So that is the number one difference. They are proud of what they have. They know what they have. They know who they are. And that is why they can take hundreds and thousands of distributors all around the world to come and see, tour the factory, use their eyes to see what they have. And that gives you a lot of confidence and drive in the business. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the number one difference. It's not franchise. Most of the things you have thriving here are franchises that one or two people have met somewhere and then bought over. And you are doing the business under them. Fine, it's a network marketing business and all that, but you don't know you're practically working for one person somewhere in this country. And that is why the marketing plans are so difficult. Like I said before, I did a lot of them. They set a lot of high standards because they are the ones sharing profits with the company, okay? Yeah. So they have a lot of benefits. They are cutting off from the company, that the company would have extended to you, but in order to make more money from you, they are cut off from you. That's why you can't have it rosy with those companies. But here, we are relating straight with Longreach, with the company. These are the basic difference that nobody should toy with. So it gives us confidence. It gives us leverage over other platforms. And then, number two, I can go on is our wide variety of products. It makes a lot of difference. Some people have, we have a lot of companies around, okay? And we'll say, I don't want to call name. This is an international meeting.
Yes.
Oh, yes. You will call this platform, maybe this company name. Some people will say, okay, I'm doing this one. Then when you look at this one, they have one or two products. They have one or a very few items you can deal with. Some other company are purely dealing on health supplements. Some other ones will say they are into cosmetics. Some other ones, they have this one. They have one or two things, a few things. But look at Longreach. It makes all the difference that we have everything that they all have, name it. Supplements, household needs, healthcare items, consumables, our daily compulsory needs. Can you see? So wide variety, over 1,000 different items. It makes a lot of difference. That is why Longreach is different from other people. or other platform. Then you now come into the business itself. Long reach is very wide. Long reach is very vast. Most people don't understand it. It is a business that you can do with a lot of flexibility. Okay? You don't need to buy every month to earn. Like I said before, I did a lot of things that every blessed month you need to put your money down in order for you to even make a dime in the system. We call it authorship.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't do authorship here. All those things are nonsense, as I call them. They are nonsense. You say you are doing a business. You look at you the month, or in fact, this is a very good time to talk about this. Today is 26th.
Yes, ma'am.
So we just have 4 days to go in the month of September. Yes. Some companies, as I'm talking to you, their distributors are already having high blood pressure, trying to meet up the monthly requirements for them to even earn a farthing in their system.
Wow.
And here we are flexing. Some of us are sitting in their wherever they are in the world, they've not even done anything. Their business is thriving, as in booming. They've not bought 1 naira from the system. They don't need to buy. Even our so-called monthly authorship, our 30 PV maintenance purchases, is just like moi. And eventually your long reach is even paying you even in excess to do it.
Wow.
Most of us have done our 30 PV even up to the end of next year, as is available in the system.
Yes.
So long reach plan is so wide, is deep-rooted. I tell people that long reach is a university. When you come into a university, you see many faculties. You see faculty of science. Oh, yes. You see faculty of science, you see faculty of education, you see humanities, you see medical sciences, like that. So when you come in here, there's a lot you need to bend down, you need to calm down and learn. Don't bring the jargons you had in your head from where you're coming from. Don't bring it in here. You'll be mixing and modeling a lot of things up. Seriously. So our system here is thriving. Then again, another point, you need just 3 people to make success of this business. Long reach says, sign up as a partner, sign up minimum of 2 people. With 2 people, we have started earning in long reach. Maximum of 3 people that can be directly connected to you. And who cannot do more than 3 people in this world to be successful in this business? Personally, I can't count how many of people I've personally introduced into the business. You see, while other platform gives you, you are always on your toes to bring in as many people as possible every blessed month for you to earn. That's crazy. It can drive you crazy, you know?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you can see there a lot of facts here. Again, long reach pays weekly income.
Wow.
Why long reach? These are the reasons. In fact, that this was one of my early points that made me decide to do long reach. I told myself that I can't imagine earning every week of my life. Other places, you have to wait for 30 days, a whole month. To get paid. At the end of that 30 days, in Nigeria, we say big man, big wahala. No matter how much you're going to earn eventually, my sister, with your own, depending on your lifestyle too, you would have possibly accumulated a lot of debts before the money eventually, or salary or whatever it is, comes in. But here, whatever you are earning, income you are generating, the incentives you're getting, they keep dropping for you every blessed week. Hey, every 7 days you earn. Holy and Green Thursdays is a very important day of our life. Thursday, man. You know? Even if you're in America, even if you're in China, if you're in Panya, your money go drop on Thursday for you here. Wherever you are, you get your alert on your phone. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's so comforting. So you can count it. Points for car points, incentive, VIP points, incentive, house incentives, all these things keep dropping for you. Do you know in some companies what they have is car plan? A car plan gives you access to a car with a lot of conditions that you have to fulfill before the car eventually becomes yours. So every month you have targets, some achievements and things you have to do before the car finally becomes yours. Otherwise, the car will be taken away from you. Oh, my shell is a pity. But here in Long Reach, I tell people our car promos are just icing on the cake. The cake itself is already rich, is already ready. Without the icing, without the car, you are good to go. You are fine. Your weekly payments that could run into millions and beautiful money drops every week. So most times, whether the car drops or not, you are good. But you still have that opportunity of earning or getting for yourself a brand new car every blessed year. Every blessed year. Every blessed year. My sister, that's a lot. That's a lot, Bo.
That is a lot. I truly agree with you, ma. It's so much. While you were talking, I thought I would catch SD, ma, but he ran away from me. I was begging him to run, but he ran. But he said something.
I am here. I am here.
Thank you for not running.
Wrong.
When I had my schoolmate in China 2016, I couldn't run away. I was just enjoying the conversation, and then she said it all. She nailed it completely. You know? And since that 2016, it has been consistent. We have always been in China together, and every year.
Thanks,
and
Emma. Thanks for joining us.
Why I decided to stay back, even though I'm busy on the system, I know how blunt she is, and because of the very good support gesture she's giving to the brand, to Long Reach International, she's been very, very supportive, and I want to stand behind that to say, yes, together we will make Long Reach great. Together we'll take Long Reach to greater heights. All what she has just said, they are blanket truth. She has more experience in the MLM industry. We came in from nowhere, but we decided to do it with clean conscience. When we did it with clean conscience, we never followed the way people used to do it. That is why she was talking about unlearn to relearn.
Yeah.
You know, you have to unlearn that old habits. Those things that deprives you. Is a people's business. You have to think of the people all the time. You have to remember the people. You have to be sure that, yes, the people are happy. The people that are following you, are you concerned with how they are feeling? Do you know without the people, you are nobody? That is why you hear people always say, I used to be this in this network. I used to be director in this network. So what happened? In Long Reach, once you become a director, you're a director for life. For you to become a director in Long Reach, if you see a star director one, please respect them.
Salute.
I'm not talking of 2, 3. Star director one. You can't buy it. You can buy up to 7 because you are a governor, but not star director.
I tell you.
No joke. It's no joke. And nobody becomes star director because you have 3 legs to walk on, not 2, not 1. So you have to walk on the 3 legs equally to be able to get to where you are.
Yes,
for those are listening to what as the Laurita has just said, this is one of the person in this Long Reach business that I have seen together with our immediate upline. When they speak, they tell you raw. They don't go and package anything that they don't know what is inside. They say it the way, and what they say, that is how it is. And that is why I will always flow with them. You know, they are my people. And Laurita, I want to say, thank you so much for honoring this invitation, even without hearing from me. You quickly just grab it. I know who you are. I know your person. I respect you for that. You have always
fine, my SD. We're in this together.
This is a business that I know there will be many stories. Most of us, we write book in our old age. Maybe for the young generation to read. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to slot in one of these.
Thank you. Thanks, Ejima.
Thank you. God bless you all.
God bless you too. Thanks a lot.
We truly appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you
Oh,
so much
yes.
again, SD Laurita. Without me calling anybody's name, you just came on board and said, I will be there for you. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, SD, for stopping by. I don't take it for granted. So I'm back to you, ma, on this
Yes,
beautiful,
ma'am.
beautiful day. I'm still
Yes,
wondering,
ma'am.
and tell us some things about building teams. I know that it's so much about team building. What is it? How do you build a team in this business?
Okay. You know, the truth is that in building teams in this business, honestly, well, the word discipline is coming to my mind. But I know it may not be everybody that is doing it with anyway, you have to be disciplined to build a team. And also integrity is involved to me.
Yeah.
These are the words I know. Integrity is involved. It takes a lot to build. It takes consistency to build. Of course, focus, tenacity and all that. You don't just wake up and build a team. You have to make up your mind. You have to decide to do it. So you have to in building, you just start building. You cannot build without recruiting. Recruiting, duplication is the bedrock of building a team.
Yeah.
If you don't duplicate, if your team does not duplicate, you can't build a team. You can't have a team. Eric Warren has told us that without duplication, network marketing is just a job. So you must be ready to recruit. You must be ready to duplicate, of course. You must be ready to train. That is the soul and heart of team building. Training. So if people will understand those 1, 2, or 3 persons you brought into your business, if they will understand the reason why they joined you in this language business, they will go all the way with you. You understand?
Yes,
but
ma'am.
if they don't understand, a lot of people sign up and they are just there. They are not building, they are not moving.
Wow. Did I lose her? Hello?
1, 2, 3 people, you start training, you start coaching them, you start teaching them what you will know. But that doesn't make you a lord over them. No. Remember that these people are also adults. They might be older than you. They might be more learned than you. They might be richer than you, remember?
Yes.
More beautiful than you. But within the leadership qualities that you have, or whatever it is, just flow with it. And honestly, as long as you're simple to people, you will definitely build a team with them. Definitely. If you are so puffed up, if you are full of yourself, you cannot build a team. It no go work. Because you will keep fighting with people. You will keep fighting with people. I will not allow you boss me around in the name of you are my upline or you are my senior success line or whatever. Okay?
Yeah.
But if you will respect yourself and do your bit as a leader, even the 80-year-old will listen to me. And at the end of the day, thank you. And it gives you that much of a joy.
Wow.
So team building is the of course, that's the heart of it. I said it's the bedrock. That you have recruited people. I have a team member. I call him recruiting machine. He recruits like mad. But guess what? He cannot train. He does not train. So someday I looked at him in the face. I say, you are just giving up to a lot of children you are not responsible for. You don't care how they are surviving. You don't even send them to school, Papa. You just born and you throw away. Born, throw away, you know. In fact, that day I passed a message to him that I don't think he will forget in a hurry. So on my own, I kept picking up some of these people I know he recruits. I add them up. I take my time to talk to them. I take my time to get them involved, to carry them along in what we are doing. So that way, they are more productive. But let for him, Eronio, his own is to bring you in. Who is next? I think he's a recruiting machine. But he doesn't, once you're in, he doesn't pay you attention. So it's a lot. So if you can combine your recruiting prowess or your recruiting skill, combine it with training, your team will grow another growth, no matter the pace. Like I said before, everybody has their pace. It is not a competition.
True.
So you need to also, of course, understand the business. If you don't understand business, how can you be a team? How can you train? You have some people, they are growing one leg. In fact, before they understand what is happening there, they should have been in D4, they are still in D2. They have over 20,000 PVs, they are still in D3. So they didn't get it early. They didn't even understand it, but they were just working. They were just doing what they thought they were doing. So you need knowledge, you need understanding of the business to build. So that as you're building, you're balancing your legs where possible. There are sometimes you cannot help it. Some legs will definitely be bigger than others.
Yeah.
You can't help it, it's a fact. So if you're suffering that now and you know you are doing your best about it, don't kill yourself over it. It's a normal thing. There are some 1-2 persons you bring in and it will just work for them. They will just be growing and be flying, okay? Thank God for that leg. And also give them your support. And then build the other 2. Do not now start fighting that growing leg of yours, trying to find issue, or in your mind, like I said, those jargons people have in their head, in other so-called network marketing companies, in your mind, he or she is now growing. He will overtake you tomorrow. Overtaking is allowed in long reach.
So true, man.
Only the leadership bonus alone you will make from this your biggest leg. In fact, is someone's monthly take home.
Very, very.
So you have to support that person. You have to love that person. Oh yes. He's building all the PVs. He or she is building all the PVs, your major PVs that you need for your rank
advancement.
So you wouldn't even joke with such a person. So these are things you watch as you go up the ladder, as you build. Definitely you will fall out with some people. It's natural at some point. People cannot relate without having issues at times, but I mean, make it balance. Okay? But
So
all things being equal, is about human management for you to build. You have a lot of human management to do. Serious ones, serious ones. Sometimes we hear some stories in this business and where I'm like, oh God, a lot of issues. Some people eventually, they even land in police nets because they are doing, it happens. It happens.
I will hold you on that thought for a moment. I want to just pass a message on to everyone who is on this call. For everyone on this call who is a guest, please get in touch with the person that invited you. If you want to reach us directly, call any of the numbers I'm sure they're on your screen, 0802-313-4278 or 0809-6677300. We have people on this call from a far away Paris. Labikoy, I see you. Thank you for joining all the way from that end. For you are still asking questions, please go to our Facebook page, The Game Changers Network. You will see this video there and previous editions. This is 18th edition, and you will see all the others also there. And you can also go to our YouTube page, TGI Entrepreneurs. And next week, Saturday, live on this place, on this same program, is my own upline, Mrs. Yvonne Ebby. She'll be in the house next week, Saturday, 6 p.m. So join us then, and we'll be glad to have you. Back to you, Ma. You said quite a number of things, and I've just been writing and writing. But there's something I want to take you back on again. When you were talking about building this business, learning, understanding, how do you handle difficult team members? How do you handle difficult team members?
My sister, the truth is that, you know, I already said it. You must encounter these things. MUST. Have you also seen where an upline is fighting a downline? And if you look at the whole thing, the upline seems to be the problem. So what do you do in that case? Talk of now a team member, so-called a downline, okay? So you must encounter these things as long as you are dealing with human beings. For the ones you can deal with, you will deal with them, because there are some you cannot deal with. You leave it alone and move on. Hear me and hear me well. There are some people, you have rightly used the word difficult. There are difficult team members you will find really difficult to deal with. Leave them and move on. Honestly, your life does not depend on them. If they still want to do the business, if they still want to move on, they can move on without you. Do you understand, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you can't kill anybody. Of course, okay, you can force a horse to the stream. Can you force the horse to drink water?
No, ma'am.
No way. So, and by the time you keep going, maybe back and forth with this difficult team member, it becomes a distraction for you. In fact, it becomes a stumbling block for you, Seth. For me, let me tell you,
yes,
what has kept me going in this business is looking away from a lot of things. There are a million and one things that will call your attention, but you look at some of them coming from human beings, coming from even your friends in the business, coming from downlines you so trusted. People that possibly you thought, let me say on a one leg, in fact, this is your main G. This is your powerhouse on this leg. All of a sudden, Yakari. What thing you go do?
Wow.
You have to move on. Move on. I met, in fact, interestingly, I met someone that is beautifully, to the glory of God, a star director today. But do you know, at a point, she didn't do this business for more than 1 year.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. For more than 1 year, she did nothing. Nobody saw her. Nothing. When we were having our 1 year, okay, our one-star director recognition in China on October, to the glory of God, of course, she wasn't an SD then. Today, she's an SD.
Yeah.
She was crying. Let me not say almost crying. You know, feeling bad about leaving her business eventually because of everything that led her to stop Long Reach, to stop her business. Then were all human related. We're all human related, funny enough, because she trusted so much in human beings. It's not that you're not going to trust people. Of course you trust, you put some level of trust in people, your downlines or your success lines, but they cannot determine your down, they cannot make you fall. Look at the planet, look at the whole earth, billions of people on the surface of the earth. So you have to move on. That leg where you have difficult team member or so, recruit someone else and put there. Recruit someone else and put there and continue.
And move on.
Wherever is that leg. Oh, yes. And move on.
So true. And
recruit someone else and put, I have done it countless times and I'm still doing it till tomorrow. Some people will even knowingly, I don't know, But that's what I feel at times. They will knowingly stop or do as though they stop the business. Maybe they want to know what you do. Maybe they want to know for their mind. Without me, let's see now. Let's see how she will do it. Okay, now. God will surprise you. So I tell you.
I like your answer. When you have done all you need to do, move on.
I tell you.
SD Edjejovwo is also in the house. Thank you so much, ma'am. I enjoy so much support from those families. Thank you so much for being on this call. SD Emmanuel Eduru, thank you very much for being on this call. So, ma'am, when you said we should move on, somebody said something and I want you to validate it or correct it. He said,
okay.
He said, can I sign somebody on and go to sleep and still make money?
Hey, sleep well. That sleep make it sweet you. Sleep well. When you wake up, na 0 naira you go see. But that is on one side. You can sign somebody up and, well, call it luck, call it blessing. The person is doing well. If you are able to have that on your 2 legs, my sister, language is too sweet. You will be making money even while you are sleeping. Yes, it is possible. Once you can have your 2 legs moving by commission or omission. In fact, you are not even the one that, do you know I have some people, 1, 2, 3 of them in this business, they didn't bring 1 person. They are earning money. In fact, they are like in D4, D5, it will shock you.
Wow.
Because why? Mistakenly, they joined me early enough, and in the spirit of driving and everything, I got 2 people and put under them.
Recruited
and eventually them. Sorry, say again.
I thought you recruited for them.
Yes. Unknowingly, I don't do it again. I don't do it anymore. As long as you put 2 people under someone, and coincidentally, mistakenly, or blessingly, or out of good luck, whatever it is, those 2 legs survives and keep going on. You're gonna make money, oh. You that have those 2 legs, whether you are the one that brought them or not, that is long reach for you. At least that will take you up to diamond 6. At least
to catch up with you.
Yes, that will take you all the way up to diamond 6, but that is where your journey will end. You remain, oh yes, you remain in that diamond 6, fine, you will be earning every week as long as those activities still goes on. You will never see the rest of the ranking. Diamond 7 and the SD categories are not meant for you until you come back and work on your 3rd leg.
And you never earn any trip, you never win any car.
You don't have any business with any trip, you don't have any business with any car. You will be earning your smooth weekly income. But my sister, think about it. Is that not too compassionate enough? Every week, long reach is dashing you money. In fact, do you know that this thing alone, I have somebody that just did D4. He thought he got angry over some things anyway, whatever, that was his personal opinion. He was dissatisfied with some things and blah, 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 blah. He left as he was doing his own thing. But guess what? With 1 or 2 persons he brought in, his 2 legs continued to move. And he just hit D4. And the guy is like, he hasn't seen, this is a renowned networker. He hasn't seen this before. All these weeks, all these few months, he has ignored long reach that he has kept earning every blessed week.
Wow.
As I'm talking to you, he is mad with long reach as in the past 1-2 weeks now.
He came back full force.
And this is the business he turned his back on. Whatever was his valid reasons. But now, he also have a very beautiful valid reason to be back. So that is it.
Wow.
So you can sign up people and go to sleep. If it works for you that your 2 legs can grow, Glory be to God for you. Thank God for your life. But if it doesn't grow, sorry, you have to come back and do your work.
You had better come back and do your work. And when you get to this, that is it. So if you
you had better come back and work, because whatever you feel you were earning when you went to that sleep, oh my God, is an introduction to what you would have been earning if you are working.
Wow. So true. Yeah. It was an introduction to what you would have been earning if you have been working right. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. I've kept you longer than I promised. I promised 1 hour. We have gone like 1 hour, 20 minutes now. Thank you very much. You have been so open. You have been so blunt to us on this trip. Somebody asked a question, and if you have any question, you can put it on the chat room now. I will take maybe 1 or 2, and I would allow SD go and do other things. But somebody was asking a question. You said we should move on. How do you move on? I know you explained it. Maybe she didn't get it quite right. If somebody is not working, how do you move on?
You cannot move on if you are not working. Error, you no go work. You move on when you recruit. You move on by getting someone else and putting to that leg, and then movement continues. You move on by signing up yourself there again, and then getting 2 people at least putting under you there. You move on, and as you're moving, you have started earning again afresh from there. The earning is endless. You can earn on multiple legs. We know how it is now. You come for our event, you are seeing Udeme 1, Udeme 20 qualifying for car. You are seeing Ejimagwa 1, Ejimagwa 50. You know it. So that's the moving on. At sometimes when you are seeing those, your later sign-ups, you're signing up again. You didn't plan to, but you have seen that this leg has been dead. There is no continuity here, or maybe there is slow runs. You need to put someone here in order to move on. That's the only way you can move on, by creating or activating a continuity there. And the smartest thing to do is to possibly sign yourself up again and get 2 people and put under you there and continue. And then as you continue there, you have started earning on another account there. I hope the person is hearing this.
Yes.
So it makes it exciting.
True.
So at any point here, I don't really expect you to sleep and enjoy the business. You will not. You will not.
Thank you so much, Ma. The last question I would take before I sign you off, but just as a reminder, next week, Saturday, Madam Yvonne Ebi will be on the same call for 6 p.m. prompt. She is what I call the etiquette lady. I want to hear from her how she left the etiquette world to come into Longreach. That will be an interesting one. So if you want to hear her story, please join us next Saturday. Somebody is asking a question, and that will be my final question before I let you go, Ma. Said, how can I train my team members?
Wow. I think my video is back. Are people hearing me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Ma?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh, we were hearing you.
That video thing have issue.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. What was this? What's the question again, Ma?
How can I train my team members?
Oh. You see, all these things I have answered it.
Yes.
My brother, my sister, you cannot give what you don't have.
Thank you, Ma.
You cannot give what you don't have. If you don't understand the business, which training are you talking about? You can't train anybody. You can't tell anybody what you don't know. So you have to understand. Like I said, I started going when I knew little to get me going. The learning is in the going. No star director knew this business from the beginning. Not one, I can assure you. None. But as we are moving from Diamond 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, you are being exposed to the business. It's an exposure.
Yeah.
You are being exposed to the business. You are exposed to information. Okay, imagine this kind of time. You go to YouTube, just do Google www.longreach.com. Information is everywhere. Get to YouTube, Longreach videos, training, international compensation plan. You meet Solomon Akpabio talking. You meet Madam Chichi talking. You meet Zitu Emato, everybody releasing information. So if you don't have knowledge, you can't train. Okay, when you start in front of people, what will you be telling them? That what? So you have to, first of all, receive training, understand but don't get me wrong. It's not that you have to understand what is even everything. Even as a star director, there are a lot of things in Longreach I don't know. And nobody will tell you knows it all. I'm not joking.
True.
Maybe not even our 5-star. Maybe not. Longreach is big, let me tell you. It's very vast. I said it before. But you know enough to make you drive your business, to make you talk before people, talk to people confidently. People have a lot of erroneous views, errors in their head concerning Longreach, concerning the business. Someone, in fact, let me blow you. Let me blow your mind. Yes. Someone thinks it's because I don't have a job. That's why I'm doing Longreach. Can you imagine that? And then someone thinks it's because they sacked me from my work. That's why I'm doing Longreach. Or someone thinks it's because I'm not earning enough, or I don't have a good business. Honestly, or I'm not making reasonable money where I am. That's because and the person is thinking like that. Let me tell you, because if you see people that think like this, they are at a certain higher place in life. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Maybe the person have a good job that is paying him. Let me give you a striking example. When I was working at the airport, a lot of things happened. Sometimes, of course, I said I do shifts. Night duty, afternoon duty, morning duty, I do them. So I got very familiar with, I don't want to mention name, but then here I am one day somewhere within the military quarters in Lagos State. Let me put it that way. And a very high-ranking, I was taken to talk to this high-ranking officer. A very high-ranking officer was telling me to my face that people that do this kind of business are people that don't have good jobs, people that don't really know what, that cannot really boast of much in life. If you see the confidence, and in fact, I allowed him to say the things he wanted to say, and I allowed myself to hear him well. And immediately I heard him, he had made his point. I snatched the word from his mouth. I told him, sir, with all due respect, sir, do you know I can pay you your salary 2 times in a month?
Jesus.
I am not joking. Then I was still in fact, I think I was still in D6. I don't know if I've entered D7. I told him, sir, with due respect, the money I earn in 1 week at times can pay your salary in one month. The man dropped his pen he has in my hand. And I said, sir, the lady that is sitting before you have a BSc in biochemistry, blah, 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 blah. I started listing my profile for him. And in this same airport that you are, in this same your hangar is where they repair aeroplanes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? In this same hangar where you are, sir, our plane then, our company plane, Air Nigeria planes, I used to sometimes, in fact, I gave him some spectacular scenarios, some nights where our planes slept in their hangar. And I was on duty. I was the officer on duty those nights for those repair as in. When he understood what I was talking, he now said, then what are you doing here? As this business? I said, sir, you don't understand what we're doing. You don't know what we have. I started giving him indexes. I started giving him lectures. I started showing him pictures of groove. I said, sir, where have you been in your life? Where have you been in your life? Which countries have you visited? You know, did you flex? Who took you there? I said, sir, see me now. See me in Sheraton Hotel in Shanghai. I said, sir, feel me. See my life now. The boss no be here, the totori no be here. Man, at the end of the day, the man come out in cap. So that was, I busted his bubbles as into they have wrong opinions about this. It's a choice. You chose to do this business because of the benefits you have seen in it. Freedom, nothing like freedom. Financial freedom, time freedom, freedom of worship, health freedom. Nothing can beat these 4 things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I mean, it's difficult to stop you because you are so down to earth, so practical. Dr. Obi, you are saying what level fit travel? Any level can travel. The company does trip promos. When a trip promo is out and you qualify, you can travel. So it's you qualifying for those trips. It's not exclusive preserve of the SDs. I was in China last year as a D5. People have been there as D3, as D4. So it's not about how what level you are. It's for every single person. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm just saying thank you again and again. On behalf of the team coach, who has said to me that your husband has to come and pay him dowry. When he saw your name, that the husband has to come and pay me dowry. And I will confess, he taught me to pronounce your name.
You will pay, oh.
I agree, ma.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much for being on this call, ma. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being real. Thank you for telling us just the way it is. Thank you for inspiring. Thank you for encouraging. Thank you for giving us nuggets to build on. You surely will hear our story. And trust me,
amen.
Again, I am going to come again. And I appreciate you. And for everybody on this call, thank you for your time. Thank you for being out here. I trust that you got nuggets that you can work with, that you can run with. I trust that you will allow these things that you have heard work for you. Because if all she has said, if you don't put it to work, then you have wasted her time. And we don't want to waste her time. Yeah. Bringing an SD out for almost 1 hour 35 minutes is a lot. We want to bring her at that place. So until next week when I'll be having Madam Yvonne Ebby on the line, thank you every single person. And thank you again, SD. I truly appreciate you. God bless you.
You're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome.